Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the semifinals matchup for the champion tier game between the Pink Sox and Prometheus. I'll be your host this evening, Swift63, joined by Fallen. Pretty excited to cast these games. First map's going to be Rialto. Both of these teams, little storied. Prometheus had a dominating run, finishing the regular season 6-1. Pink Sox, though, record shows 4-3, but that's not the whole story. They did join the season late after the third week, so they started off with an 0-3 record, handing Prometheus their first loss of the season, and handing Buffalo Banditos their loss as well. So coming in, going undefeated for the 4 games they actually got a chance to play, this is gonna be a spicy game. Fallen, what are your thoughts, man? How do you feel about Rialto as the first map of the evening?
I mean, Rialto is one of those maps where either you can hold first point very, very well, or if you lose that initial team fight from the defending side of things, then by the time, like, if you lose the team fight and then end up capping the first checkpoint, then they often either roll through the second checkpoint or get very, very contested. So it's either like in every single checkpoint, it's either a you contest it and you hold it very well and hold it for as long as you can time wise, or even for the full time, or you just get steamrolled through that particular checkpoint. But with both of these teams' track record of having so many wins under their belt throughout the main bulk of the season, and now into this game being a semi-finals game, it's going to be a lot more. There's a lot more on the line, so both teams are going to give it their all, and I feel like it's going to be a very fun and interesting game to see.
Yeah, excited. First map going to be Rialto. This is a best of 5 series here for the semifinals. Second map Oasis, followed up by Hollywood. Then another control point map with Li Jiang, and then we're going to close out the evening with Dorado. So a lot of variation. Um, Interesting. There's no raw 2 CP this evening, but it's going to give both teams really the best opportunity, I think, to play. So starting off here, Prometheus on the defense, Pink Sox coming out for the attack, first time around. Um, this map's really interesting because it really lends itself to a lot of different strategies. It's a great Pharaoh map. You see some pirate ship every now and then. So pretty excited to see what we have broken out here. How do you generally like to play this map, Fallen? Play it straight up, or do you go the
Right.
pirate ship route?
So, so for attacking wise, what me and my team normally do is try to just brute force our way through like this little initial choke thing, that bit where the bridge is, and fight off the high ground, and just kind of like brute force like your standard 2-2-2 kind of comfortable pick, so like a Junkrat Soldier, Reinhardt Diva, and then like Mercy and Arna or Mercy Zen, something like that. And we just try and like pick comfortable picks and brute force our way through the choke, because as a carbon slash challenger tier kind of level of play, it's a lot easier to pick things you're comfortable with and be good at that than it is often to pick like meta comps like your goats, your pirate ship and stuff like that. So we normally stick with comfortable picks.
Fair point, my man. And I need to actually go ahead and 5 seconds into the game give you a correction. Pink Sox are on the defense this time around. Prometheus for the attack. Adult Jurors playing the Pharaoh here. Jumps out to an early aggressive spot. Going to go ahead and push forward on them. Interesting comps here. So the defense running triple support, triple tank. Going to try and just brawl their way in these narrow corridors. But I think the Pharaoh pick from Adult Jurors is going to be enough of them. Huge boop from Hello My Name is going to go ahead and drop non-credit. Kills going both ways here, but with a short spawn, this is going to favor the attack if they're able to get back on this. And I lied to you all. Looks like the defense is going to hold here. Crispy Res brings them back up. But that's going to be a huge D-Mech. Adult Jurors gets the D-Mech and the kill on Bougie Stats. Going to make them walk all the way back. So 5v6 coming into this next recontest. Hello, my name, doing everything he can. Huge shatter from Brown Muffin. Backdoor barrage doesn't get anybody. Both Reinhardts do go down here. Kills starting to go the way of Prometheus. They pick up Hello My Name. Cap Seat goes down. Yukio falls as well. And it looks like Pink Sox are going to be forced to retreat here. That was a little bit interesting. You saw the shatter catches a few people, not able to capitalize on it, but just a wasted barrage in the backline. Doesn't collect any kills, but I wonder if it almost funneled Pink Sox forward to get out of the death, get out of the death range, push them in right into the open arms of Prometheus. Now, so you hear the rally come out from non-credit here. There's the coalescence from Yukio, gonna just funnel damage downrange. Adult Juror is still up a side. Yeah, oh, massive grab gets saved by the sound barrier, but Adult Jurors with another barrage is gonna say not today and close that out. Fawn, I don't know if you had a different angle on it, man. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not sure whose Earth Shatter it was, but in that fight I heard an Earth Shatter come up from somewhere. I believe it was the attacking team. Yeah, judging by the ult charge is that we see at the top of the screen. I think the attacking team Earth Shattered just as that barrage was about to come down, which basically held everyone in place while the barrages got like what 2-3 picks, I believe.
Yeah, it's possible. You saw the grab come out from My Name's Juice, and then he immediately starts switching around. Pick the Ana, decide that's not what he wanted, slides over to Lucio. Huge shatter from Lue, catches 3, and they're going to clean that up. Brown, Name's Juice, just coming back to the fight. Is going to die pretty quick there. So, it took him a little while to get first point. But I don't know if the payload ever actually stopped. Pink Sox did a great job of fighting on payload, forcing it to slow itself down as it was moving along. So this second point can really prove to be quite a nightmare. Couple of swaps. You see Bougie stats off the Diva, slides over to the Widowmaker. Another rocket barrage from from Adult Jurors. Looks like Pink Sox is just doing everything they can, trying to switch up their comp. They were 3-3, now they're more to a more traditional 2-2. Hello, My Name sliding over to the Zarya this time around. Capseek on the Hanzo, so double sniper with a Mercy in the pocket. See if that's the ticket.
I mean, yeah, if the comp's not working for them so far, then they should always be thinking about making changes and try and come up with something to make it work.
Ooh, huge grab sets up the shatter. Transcendence, maybe not necessary, but they're going to pick up a couple kills here. Big res on non-credits, going to bring them back to full strength. And the kill feed turning red in favor of Prometheus here as they take point 2 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. I like this aggression. You see you see Void, Lue, and Adult Jurors. They push up to try and take an aggressive point or an aggressive stance on that the high ground at the top of the hill. I really like to do that. I think it does a good job of forcing the fight away from the payload, so that even if you lose it, which they did there, it's going to move. It's going to move the cart forward. Now they did lose that pretty quickly, so not a lot of ground was gained, but it's the right idea. Now, a couple of ults to think about. Hot Name's Juice does have sound barrier here. Yep, there it is. Another barrage coming in from the top. Picks up the kill on Capseek. Yukio goes down quickly thereafter. And it looks like this aggression is going to pay off for them. A couple of ults in their pocket. They do have Rally and Valkyrie coming in for Prometheus, but you see a couple of ults come online there for Pink Sox. Brown Muffin has Shatter this time around. Sound Barrier is coming up for My Name's Juice. Capseek with the Deadeye. If he can get around back, pop a couple of foreheads, they could hold this point pretty decisively. 2 minutes 40 seconds on the clock. Rally comes out. There's the High Noon. Not going to get anybody. Does a pretty good job of zoning everyone off. The Rally's going to get everyone topped up to pretty much full strength. Adult Jurors within an inch of his life here. Survives, drops Capseek. There's the grab coming out from Gur the King. Catches 3 in it. Doesn't kill anybody. Massive! Shatter from Lue gets blocked. Then Brown Muffin lands the Shatter on Gur, securing the kill. Kill's going both ways here. Big grab comes out from Hello My Name. But the trance is going to just completely nullify it. Bougie stats pops walls just to see where the respawn's coming in. And it looks like, even though this isn't quite a decisive win, High Noon's going to go ahead and finish the... Not High Noon, goodness. Deadeye's going to go ahead and finish the fight for Void. Ooh. Bougie stats trying to finish the kill on, on Adult Jurors. Can't quite close it out. And it looks like Prometheus is going to be able to get out with their lives. Regroup, come back in. 90 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time to fight. Yeah, Infrasight's going to go ahead and let them see where Adult Jurors is. Almost gets the kill, but makes it out. Rally gets popped from non-credit. They're going to go ahead and push in here. Lue, gets pulled back from the grave. Adult Jurors with another barrage. Pays for it with his life, though. This is a 5v4 coming onto the fight. Ooh, and kills going the way of Pink Sox here. Zarya Mercy on the point to hold. No one's left. Last ditch effort, and that'll be it. 60 seconds left. They do cross the minute mark, which is critical when it's coming to overtime. So they're only going to get a minute if this gets pushed to overtime. No extra time. I don't think that could be the deciding factor here, especially if Pink Sox is able to come out and just absolutely dominate. So Fallen, I was focused primarily on the play-by-play, man. I really didn't get a chance to analyze any of the situations. Tell me what you saw, bro. What did you see? What do you think? Who played well? Who needs to step up their game? Talk to me, brother.
So, as a start, for the majority of that game, I always forget what team was what colour, but the attacking team for that was seeming that they were the stronger team.
Yeah, Prometheus.
Throughout most of it, but yeah, towards the end of that, between that second and third checkpoint kind of thing, like that kind of that final stage, the defending team were coming out. They seemed like they was trying to like structure themselves better and try to come up with a kind of comp without making like a couple of switches here and there to focus what they needed to improve on, and they were trying to improve on it. I feel like it was just a little bit too late of a kind of changes and stuff like that, where it would be people like almost at ults, trying to hold them to ults, therefore they can keep the ult economy going well before they switch and that kind of thing. But they did manage to make it so they've only got 59 seconds left in the clock, which, if having any time in the bank after round one is good. It knows that you've definitely made it, so the team now have to go and beat your time essentially. Like, there is no just you have to beat a certain amount of distance. If you've got to beat the time, which can really strengthen the idea of like your mentality and like help you win. But it is to anyone's game. It is very early on in this map and into this whole like series of maps we're going to be playing. So it's going to be good to see.
Yeah, well, what you saw just there, so Prometheus coming out here with a cheeky strat. They set up on the right side, let Pink Sox walk through, get on the cart, and then they try to flank around behind. They get a couple of really quick kills, but don't get a decisive win there. So the respawn advantage really played to Pink Sox's favor, and they get their team back and end up rolling right on through. I'm not really sure what Prometheus' plan was. The only thing I can think is they wanted the ult charge. You see Lue already 90% to Shatter, 70% to that Transcendence, 50% to Sound Barrier. So they could see themselves winning the ult economy. That said, Bougie Stats already has Barrage, and Capseek just used Rally. So both of those are going to be pretty devastating for him here. Pink Sox looking absolutely dominant on the first point. You saw Prometheus struggle a little bit. It took him a couple of minutes to come through, but Pink Sox showing them how it's done here. Hello, my name just...
This is a case of what I was on.
I was just going to say, Hello, my name does have the Graviton Surge at this point. So big backdoor shatter from Lue is going to go ahead and land the pin on Brown. Brown Muffin puts the Reinhardt out of position. Just a hero bubble keeping him alive. A little bit longer, doesn't survive it. The Grav did come out off screen from Hello My Name, secured a couple of kills for him. Kill feed's a little all over the place. Fights happening away from the cart. The cart is moving forward, so they're gaining ground here. Even though they may not be decisively winning this fight, they're keeping it moving. That's the name of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bit of a risky suicide or self-destruct. Excuse me. Doesn't catch anybody, but does force them to regroup a little bit. So Pink Sox is going to try and make their way back across the bridge. The Brown Muffin does have Shatter. He died so quickly in the last fight, he really didn't get an opportunity to use it. And her name's Juice. does have the Transcendence in his back pocket, so should be using that if he's smart. Understanding that Gurrit the King is going to have Grav here in just a second, so save that Trance to just offset that completely. But Lue with another Shatter. There's no way they saw that coming. Shatter comes out, catches 3. They're going to secure all 3 of those kills. Bougie Stats falls to just a well-placed headshot from Adult Jurors as they trade kills. So, insane. Yeah, Lue charging that Shatter like crazy, man.
It's a very insane game. Like, I'm sitting here and I don't want to interrupt you because you're doing the play-by-play so well, and I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. If I was going to say anything, I don't know what to comment on because it's just so intense.
Well, I mean, they're really doing a phenomenal job. This is an absolutely massive barrage from Bougie Stats in the backline. Right as I was about to say this game is being won and lost on the back of tank play, Bougie Stats shows us we don't know what we're talking about. That said, though, the whole thing's set up by the Graviton from from Hello My Name. So without the tank, that doesn't happen. Looks like they're going to go ahead and roll along to point 2. Prometheus is going to come out and try and contest it again. Rally gets popped from Capseat, giving everyone a ton of health. Swap over to Ana from Void, so they don't have the rally on the defense side anymore. And it looks like they are going to secure. Non-credit takes a little too long to get on the payload. He's going to go ahead and pay for that with his life. And you see PNK Sox going hyper-aggressive here. Secures the kill on Void. Adult Jurors goes down after swapping over to Widow. And they're going to put 3 on the payload and move this thing forward. No ults currently coming in for PNK Sox, but 90% Brown Muffin to Earth Shatter, 85 Yukio's Valkyrie, and then 70% to Hello My Name. And the way Hello's been charging that thing, he's going to have it here momentarily. Massive Shatter from Lue, catches 3. Swinging away, secures both kills on the supports. Only a Lucio keep everyone topped off here. Love this hyper aggression coming out from Lue. Louis? There's a strong possibility we're pronouncing that wrong.
You know, at least we're trying to pronounce the names right, which is the major thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if we are pronouncing them wrong, they'll have words about it, and then we'll correct it for next time. Because, you know, we're only human. Despite people may think that the robots are casters because, you know.
Absolutely incredible Shatter from Brown Muffin. Lands it on 3, lands, and then uses the pen. Pens in, catches, Adult Jurors as he's trying to, was he trying to high noon? No, he's just standing there. Standing still. Catches him flat-footed. Secures the pen kill. So coming back in here, going to be a 6-on-6. Nano comes out on Lue. Adult Jurors with the high noon. Doesn't secure anybody. Sound barrier coming out for Prometheus as they're trying to just do everything in the bank. Keep it topped off. Another Shatter from Lue. He's going to go ahead and catch 2. Swinging away. Secures the kill on Capseat. 5v4 on the payload. Ooh. Gets caught by the pen, but the bubble of justice keeps him alive. Damage being thrown all over the place. Adult Juror swaps over to Hammond. You see the Doomfist coming out for him, so just all stalls here in the backline. Yep, the pen of justice there from Gurrit the King is going to go ahead and put, from Brown Muffin puts Gurrit the King in a grave. Are they going to, oh man, for a second there.
Rick was going to C9.
I thought that was about to happen too. Minute and 30 seconds on the clock. PNK Sox needs to figure something out and secure these kills. There's the grab, but no one really to follow up. Brown Muffin gets the pin. Only 2 people left on the payload. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try and wipe this up and come back. Yeah, I think that's the smart play there. Stall comp doing its job here, not allowing PNK Sox to get a foothold on the payload. Adult Jurors drops drops the proximity minefield. Oh, an absolutely incredible bubble from Lue. Just stops that high noon in its tracks. And then he gets out with his life, which is just unbelievable. Bougie Stats just laying damage downrange, trying to secure some of these kills. Kills are going in their favor, but not fast enough and not consistent enough. Flashbang does get eaten by the defensive matrix. That's unfortunate. So non-credit self-destruct does land the kill on Bougie Stats. This is a 5v4 here. 5v3, not in favor of Pink Sox. Going to try and get the res off from Yukio. It does come up. Brown Muffin does come back into the fight with Shatter. It's a huge 3-man Shatter. They're going to secure 2 kills there. 3 kills, 2 caught and grab. Swinging away, drops Sneaky Pete. Sneaky Tesp. Meteor Strike secures Baby Diva there. You can try and walk this payload forward. In overtime, they do respawn slower.
Oh, I thought it was going to be over then.
They're gonna. Are they gonna C9? No, Doomfist. Oh my God! What is happening right now? Okay, so they're gonna get it there. Yeah. Giving me a heart attack. I'm not even playing, man.
Oh, damn! That was so intense right there at the end.
All right, so since they have less time, oh, they do get a minute. So they are going to get a minute back. So minute 59 on the clock for Prometheus, 60 seconds for Pink Sox. Pink Sox is going to get the first crack at attacking here. So they're going to have to figure something out. That said, though, they took point 1 decisively. So wouldn't be surprised to see them run the same comp they ran last time around. Man, that was quite the breakdown there on third point for Pink Sox. Looked commanding all the way through, and then just couldn't push it over the finish line until right there at the end.
Yeah, definitely. As I was saying before the game started, each checkpoint there's like either you're going to hold it well or you're going to just steamroll it. For Pink Sox attack, the first checkpoint they did just majority steamroll through and cap first checkpoint pretty easily, and then as it went on throughout the other checkpoints, it got much more difficult there for them to actually attack and get the ground. But as we saw there, they managed to do it in the overtime.
Yeah, you see Bougie Stats just going to go ahead and start out on the Widowmaker this time around. Oh, almost gets the spicy headshot, but the double boob from Sneaky Test is going to force a ton of time off the clock here. Bougie Stats does get the D-Mech, so non-credit not having the mech is going to be huge. 30 seconds on the clock here coming back in for Pink Sox. They got time to put a body on the payload. They're winning the ult economy. Oh my God. Lue does go down. Yeah, this is going to be a 5v5, but excuse me, 5v5, but the critical members for Prometheus are missing from that fight. They're going to secure kills on both of the supports and just walk this payload over here into the courtyard. No ults to speak of, although Void 90% to Nano. Any damage goes into their tanks, and he's going to have it here momentarily, and that could be the difference maker. Adult Jurors 90% to goodness, Deadeye as well, so may see a little Electric Cowboy action to close this game out. You see Adult Jurors going up for the backdoor high noon. Doesn't secure the kill. It's a right idea, but execution leaves something to be desired. Kills coming out from both sides. It looks like Pink Sox is going to secure this kill. No, Adult Jurors. Aggressive positioning. He's going to drop down, try and contest the payload. He's going to give his life for it, and unfortunately get long spawn. You see Sneaky Test there does try to contest the payload as well. Also pays for it with his life. Also gets long spawn. Capset goes down. May have been a suicide. Nope, just died. But it may have been a suicide to swap heroes, but he's got Whole Hog in his back pocket, so probably not going to swap that around. Gur the King does have Graviton Surge in his pocket, and Lue with Shatter on the defense. So Prometheus in a good spot there. Huge. Brown Muffin blocks the Shatter. Self-Destruct comes in and parks it on right on their head. Picks up 2 kills. Whole Hog's going to go ahead and secure Gur the King. This is a 4v3. This is winnable. Or excuse me, 4v4. Fight coming out from both sides. Massive anti-nade's going to prevent any additional healing. Yeah, non-credit gets DMAX, goes down almost immediately to the Brig. All supports on the payload right here. All supports all day, trying to keep everyone topped up. Brig goes down. Adult Jurors does drop. Void dies soon thereafter. Sneaky Tesp. Lucio, slippery as ever, gets away. No, he doesn't. Oh my god. The hook of justice brings him back. And they're going to go ahead and secure point
the
two.
The defending team need to group up for one last kind of fight, and then that's the way they're going to get the attacking team off the cart with one last major fight. Because currently it seems that they're just all staggered and just trying to throw anything to stop the cart from moving, which isn't the best kind of strategy in the long run.
Yep. It's, I mean, Prometheus is definitely on the back foot right now. Huge shatter comes out from Brown Muffin. Gets to Lue, somehow still alive right now after having all kinds of damage funneled into him. Brawl breaking out on point. Lue drops the hammer, picks up 2, and that'll be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. 2 points for Pink Sox on 60 seconds with the clock. Prometheus 2 minutes in the bank, going to try and take it back from them. But I want to pick up what you were saying, Fallen. I think you're exactly right. Prometheus was really on the back foot for the majority of that. They never fully grouped up. I mean, I think when we saw Adult Jurors drop down, try and contest the payload as McCree, 1v5, it's kind of indicative of their playstyle through point 1 and point 2. I wonder if almost that triple or it may have been a quad kill at point 2 may have inadvertently resynced the spawns for Prometheus and de-staggered them. But yeah, it was almost like they were more focused with putting a body on payload rather than just falling back, regrouping, and winning the next team fight. But yeah, exciting games. I mean, this is by no means going to be a cakewalk for Prometheus as they come back in here. Minute 59 on the clock, and they got to take 2 full points on it. So, and just see what they do for the defense here. They're gonna go ahead and start out with a little bit of an interesting comp. So, we haven't seen Orisa run by either team just yet. But Brown Muffin's going to swap off the Reinhardt, where he's been so effective, and play Orisa for point 1, and then Caspique is going to run Mei for him. So between the Mei, the Orisa, the Brig, the Roadhog, they're going to really look to see them play point. They're going to just put a body on that payload and burn out the clock. Oh no, Bougie stats goes down quickly to Adult Jurors, who gets the back door on him. Big hook, drops Sneaky Tesp. They're going to trade kills both ways here, but Adult Jurors and Sneaky Tesp go down for Prometheus, so they're missing their damage dealer and their primary heals. That said, Void in the back is going to try and do both. Oh my goodness. The hook that goes through dimensions from Hello My Name finds Void in the backline and sends him to the grave. They're going to clean this fight up pretty decisively, but Prometheus has so much time in the bank. They're going to be able to regroup and come back in here. No ults online yet for either team, but Adult Jurors 60% to Rocket Barrage, and Brown Muffin 70% to Supercharger? Supercharger. Got to break the habit of calling it the bongo drum. Yeah, so both of those ults could be game-changing here, especially the Rocket Barrage if Adult Jurors is able to get into a strong position. But yeah, it looks like that's exactly what he's trying to do here. Just peek around this right side. Wasting a lot of time here trying to get themselves into position. 30 seconds on the clock. Oh my goodness. Adult Jurors tries to find a spot, but Bougie Stats says not today. Brown Muffin does go down in the front line, but gets picked back up with the res. Supercharger is online in his back pocket here as they start to funnel damage around. Yeah, Hello My Name just absolutely dominant on this backline, protecting his team. Adult Jurors 90% to Rocket Barrage, tries to put a body on point just to contest it. Succeeds, pushes this into overtime. Unfortunate. Looking for the boop, gets booped himself. Hello My Name.
I thought the attacking team was going to C9 and all get off a point as they go to try and secure those last couple of kills.
It is
Because
definitely.
they left it, the overtime bar went down ever so slightly, and then they all got back on.
Yeah, it was questionable there for a second. Um, this is also a little questionable. So you see, they're going to come back in here and try and contest. You hear Rally come out from non-credit. The Maywall tries to split the team, going to prevent the retreat. Hanem's Juice goes down with Rally in his back pocket. Brown Muffin follows him to the grave. May doing what he can just to keep this payload alive, and they're going to go ahead and take point one. Capset goes down as well. Diltjers falls to the Widowmaker headshot. Yeah, hell of my name, just continuing to do whatever he can from the Roadhog. So no swaps coming out from either team just yet. Lue with Shatter in his back pocket. Adulture is sitting on Rocket Barrage, and Gur the King with Grav. So I'd look to see the Grav Barrage combo come out from these two. They've been doing it all game. Wouldn't be surprised to see it again. Blizzard comes out on point. They're going to catch Lue in the Blizzard. Big Transcendence from Void's going to keep his main tank alive. There's the Grav coming out from the back line. Gur the King drops it. Shatter comes out as well. Interesting pick. Adult Jurors was dead during that fight, so wasn't able to pop Barrage to help his team out. Hanem's Juice goes down on point, but the Res is going to go ahead and bring him back. And then goes down immediately thereafter. So a lot of damage being funneled around currently on point. Fight's breaking out all over. Pink Sox really struggling to secure kills at this point. Yeah, Yukio tries to get out. Not quite able to do it. And just when we thought the game was over on point one, Prometheus storms back, says, you're going to have to pry this victory from our cold dead hands. And they're knocking on victory's door here, just a couple of meters away. And I don't even know. Yeah, they're going to be able to contest. You see Hello My Name up top. He's going to be able to put a body on payload, keep the dream alive,
But
so to say.
Very late. The contest was very late, like 1.65 meters, and then that's when the contest started. I feel like it was a little bit too late.
Well, I mean, they were waiting for their team to come back. You know, you can't. It's tough to try and contest 1v6, but if your team's right on your heels, you can put a body on. But showing some resolve, Prometheus storms back.
Boot? Oh no, just one.
Two-man boot with a melee. What do you know? So, pretty impressive first game coming out. Prometheus takes map 1. Next map's going to be Oasis. This is going to be a really interesting one because if they don't group up, I think Pink Sox could really struggle here. That said, they seem to really excel with the brawl comp, and some of these Oasis maps can really lend themselves to those long, drawn-out brawls. So we'll see how this ends up going down. But we're gonna take a quick break. Unless Fallen, do you have any final words or words of wisdom you wanna lay on us from Rialto? Anything you noticed?
No, we pretty much covered it all. And yeah, just those who are watching at home, make sure you stick around because I can guarantee that the remaining maps of this game are going to be very fun, very interesting, and very intense.
Oh yeah. So we'll be right back with you. We're gonna check in with the captain, see if there's any subs, any updates need to be made. Switch over the maps so that we're playing on Oasis this time around, and we'll be right back with you. All right, man. Our audio's out.
Okay.
Dude, that was insane. I did not think that's the way that game was going to go at all.
Yeah. Sorry I wasn't speaking much for the start of it. I've had my Discord up and then my team are having issues trying to sort out their scrim and that, and I'm like, come on people, it's not that difficult. I gave you everything you needed.
Nah, it's all good, man. Nothing hurt. What's the last map? The last map they play today is Dorado.
I could get you
Yeah,
the
it's
list of maps. So it goes Rialto, Oasis, Hollywood, Lijiang, and Dorado.
Yeah.
Isn't it if one team, let's say, because Prometheus,
If one team goes up
won that
goes
one,
up
yeah,
three, goes up three, it's just game
yeah,
over.
it's
Yeah.
okay. Part of me is kind of hoping that happens because that way I can get back to my team and actually play my scrim.
Yeah,
And then
fair,
part of me's
fair,
like, no,
fair.
I want to stay and then watch it go all the way.
Oh. What are these guys saying?
So, Yuri the King for Voodoo.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll
I
do that here.
believe that is it.
I'll do that here in just a second.
Mhm.
I need who was it? They want Gary the King on.
Yeah, Gary the King getting subbed off for Prometheus and Pudo taking their place.
Okay. Done. Spectate red.
Also have to change the map.
Yep, I'm doing it right now. Next map's Hollywood.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. All right, let's get the. I'm gonna go ahead and bring our audio back in, and we'll get the all ready. Do you have
Mhm.
Discord up?
Yes. I
Okay. Can you ask
if you
the?
need me to have up.
Can you just ask both teams if they're
Okay.
ready to go? All right. So incredible first game from Prometheus and Pink Sox down to the literal wire coming in, but Prometheus skates by, gets the first map win. We do play a best of 5 series, so first team to 3 wins takes it home and moves on to the finals for the champion tier. Now, first map Rialto plays very differently from our next map, Oasis, coming up. So, interested to see how this goes. We're in the process right now. Fallen's double checking with the captains to see if they're good to go. We did make one swap. You saw, Guri the King swapped out for Voodoo, joining from Prometheus. So should see a little bit of different play. Guri the King played the Zarya so effectively for Prometheus on Rialto, but Fallen, how we looking, buddy? Have we gotten the all clear from?
We have Prometheus saying that they thought the next map would have been Oasis, but other than that, they are ready, and Pink Sox are ready also.
The next map is Oasis. Did I put what did I do?
You put Hollywood up.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Nope. Next map's Oasis. So, bear with me just a second.
One.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That would have been a disaster. Yep. Yeah. Be sure to let them know in the chat that the next map is Oasis. That I'm just I'm a little brain dead here, guys. Sorry, I gotta go get some coffee. Get it going. Let me just make sure I've got the right overlays, the right intros here for us. and then we'll be good to go. That said, man, Fallen, while you do that, tell me a little bit about what your thoughts are on Oasis while we while I get this all pulled up.
Oasis is often the kind of time turner kind of map, or however you want to say it. Basically, it's because it's a king of the hill kind of control map, so it's basically the kind of map where you can go into if you're already one map down. You're like, okay, new map, we can equalize on this because it's very like limited kind of thing in what kind of comps you can run because like you have normal like dive, goats, and then other kind of comps where you have to be good at attacking the enemy as well as defending. So there are a very limited number of comps that can actually work well for that.
Hmm.
And Oasis in particular, with the variety of the different kind of map layouts it has, makes it even worse. Well, not worse, but even more significant to
Yeah,
how.
yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, even more significant to how limited the good comps can be. But yeah, it's how I've been saying in most of my streams whenever I've streamed any games. Going into the second map, it's all about mentality. So one team having we need to equalise mentality, one team having we already won, nil up, let's make it two kind of thing. And whatever one uses that mentality and adapts the best is going to come out the one on top. But it's still anyone's game, especially a team that was best of five. So just because one team, like let's say Prometheus wins this, that doesn't mean it's over and that they've won. We still have to win yet another map if they do that. Or Pink Sox could win this map and then make us see definitely map four at least.
So what I'm hearing here is anything is possible.
Yeah, to sum it up, anything is possible
So
depending on your mindset and how well your team can do that.
mm, yeah, I like that idea. So a couple of things to point out here. Um, I really hope Adult Jers plays Torbjorn. I don't know if you've had a chance to play the new Torb Fallen. He's incredible. I'm a big Torb fan. Got the golden mallet.
I've toyed with him a little bit.
All right, yeah, he's not going to play it. So a couple of things to note. Prometheus is going to come out with a 3-3 comp. Modified goats, but they're going to run Brig, Lucio, and Zen. So a lot of defensive ultimates coming out from Prometheus. A lot of staying power with Pink Sox running a little more traditional 2-2-2. Oh, goodness. Kills going out both ways. Prometheus securing 3 kills right off the start. Non-Credit did a phenomenal job of just diving headfirst into the back line, forcing Pink Sox to kind of turn and deal with it. And as they did, Prometheus hard engaged and cleaned up pretty effectively. So first point goes to Prometheus, 90% to shatter for Lue. And it looks like Pink Sox is going to be playing from behind yet again. A couple of quick swaps, though. Caspec does slide over to Junkrat, and you see Bougie Stats picks up the Hanzo. This is going to really, really help deal with the triple tank from him. That said, massive grab from Adult Jers, and no other ults paired with it. But when you have a pocketed Reinhardt just swinging away into a grab, not a whole lot you can do about it. So, coming back in here, almost the entire team on fire for Prometheus. No ults yet to speak of for Pink Sox. Big Shatter comes out, picks up 2, and the kills start to go the way of Prometheus yet again. D-Max Bougie Stats picks up the kill on Hello My Name, and then Bougie Stats does go down shortly thereafter. Yukio caught out of position, does get punished for it. And it looks like that's going to be another win. Now, the one thing to be said, even though this looks like they've lost a ton of fights, and they have, to be candid, only 60% away. So they've taken these engagements quick, they've taken them early, and they've taken them as a team. So they're still pretty well grouped up. Another grab from Adult Jers doesn't grab anybody until Brown Muffin literally walks into it. Rally comes out on the backside, big self-destruct, but Brown Muffin puts a body on it and blocks it. Shatter catches only Poodoo. Poodoo does go down as the fight makes its way over onto the point. Kills starting to go the way of Pink Sox here. They pick up the kill on Brown Muffin. Both tanks down for Pink Sox as only non-Credit and the Diva trying to stay on point here. Sneaky Test gets the double kill. And that's going to be an absolutely critical self-destruct here. They're going to pick up the kill on Sneaky Test, prevent further contest. DMEC, ooh, non-credit gets DMEC'd down below on the low ground. So, yeah, at this point they're just throwing bodies. Pink Sox trying to just put a baby toe on the point, keep it alive, save the dream, and it looks like it's not going to be enough. Bunch of swaps coming out from Pink Sox there. It felt like they were throwing everything but the kitchen sink at them there for a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what you saw falling.
I think it was the initial because because they lost the initial team fight. They knew it wasn't working, so they tried to switch up to have some kind of counter to see what would work. But I feel like they didn't allow anything to be trialed enough.
I'd agree with that.
Why they didn't they weren't trying it for long enough. That's why they ended up losing. They should have tried something, and even if it was like 2 fights worth, that might have been long enough to see if it would work or not, rather than just letting one fight go down the drain. Because every single engagement when it comes to this, it's sometimes you have a good engagement, sometimes you have a bad one due to how it starts. That doesn't necessarily mean that your team needs to change up completely.
Yeah, totally agree. So a couple of big boops there. Sneaky Test gets his counter and Hello My Name off the map, picks up the kill on Brown Muffin, and then Yukio goes down. So 3 off the map right away for Pink Sox, but Bougie Stats and My Name's Juice going to go ahead and claw this one back, bring it back even as they try and secure a couple of kills here. My Name's Juice going to try and get out while Caspec's going in on him, trying to pick up that kill. Picks up the kill on Void, so no Zenyatta here for Prometheus. Couple of tanks and a Diva on point. Excuse me, couple of tanks and a Pharah on point, along with the Lucio. Sneaky Test does pay for that aggression with his life there. While Adult Jurors tries to pick up a couple of kills. 23% for Prometheus before it's taken back from him, and Pink Sox gets their first percentage points of the game here. Caspec does have Grav in his back pocket, and there's 75% to Shatter and Rally, so I'd look for a little bit of synergy there, but they really need to keep an eye on Adult Jurors. He has Barrage coming online right now, so I'd really be hyper aware of where he is with that backdoor Barrage. Yep, Poodoo gets a critical hack off, and that Barrage is going to pick up 3. Bougie Stats does take down his counter, makes Adult Jurors pay for that play of the game with his life, but it's not going to be enough. What'd you see, man?
I just find it hilarious how Louis, I think that's how you pronounce the game, but Winston on Prometheus just keeps spamming voice lines. Like just then it was the "oh yeah" voice line, and I'm just sitting here listening to it, and I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, I think I have voice lines turned off. But coming back in here, Brown Muffin's got Shatter. You see the Grav comes out. Louis pops Primal Rage just to try and stay alive. Starts wailing away on supports in the back line. Yukio, slippery as ever, does find a way to get out of that. But Louis hunts her down. Doesn't let her escape. Secures the kill. 69-70% on the clock here for Prometheus. And Pink Sox is going to have to make some adjustments here. They've got Barrage, they've got Rally, and they've got Valkyrie. But 80% away, 20% left. They've got to do something dramatic here. They've got to do something drastic to secure this out. These are not the kind of fights they want to be taking, because this is just burning time for them. Picks up the kill. No Zenyatta for the Transcendence on the defense. Diva on the high ground's just about get DMAX from Hello My Name. 90% to Deadeye. Big. So fight breaks out on point. Looks like they are going to be able to secure this. So Pink Sox clawing their way back into it, not willing to go without a fight. Brown Muffin somehow had the restraint not to use Shatter in that fight. So luckily for them, they're going to have it coming in here for the next one. And only with the Winston bubble for Prometheus, he should be able to work around it and avoid that with his Shatter. Oh no, Brown Muffin, I was just singing your praises. Gets a little greedy, tries to step up and pick up the kill on Void. And the whole team, Prometheus' entire team, Spidey sense goes off, senses their Zenyatta's in trouble, turns and just annihilates Brown Muffin for his positioning. He loses Shatter in that engagement as well. Now, for reasons I can't quite explain, Prometheus hesitates on the engagement, and I think that grab may just secure this point for them. Nope. Poodoo accidentally, maybe, backdoor dies on point and sends it into overtime. Fight breaking out here. Barrage comes out, doesn't pick up any kills, but Louis on the Winston's just contesting for days right now. And it looks like Pink Sox are going to go ahead and take that one. That was, man, these, Caspique, you got it, brother. Thanks for the clarification. So, interesting swaps coming out here for both teams. Pink Sox showing they've got what it takes to to stand toe-to-toe with these guys and take them down. 1-1, they're going to go ahead and come down to the last match. I don't know who Tiresome Cat is, but we're going to go ahead and remove them.
That's a person from my team. I feel like they joined the wrong lobby rather than joining my co-captain's thing.
They're already out of here. So just trying to maintain the integrity, make sure we don't have someone joining the lobby that doesn't need to be here. So coming out for the attack, couple of critical swaps. Bougie stats on the Tracer. Hello, my name, playing Hanzo. So we're going to have Hanzo Tracer this time around, and Adult Juror is just going to go ahead and start off on McCree. His McCree play there at the end of the last match was absolutely devastating. So look to see that to be a big factor here. Adult Juror is already picking up the kill on Hello, my name. 5v6 for the first fight here. And Louis just being hyper aggressive, already has Shatter online, drops the hammer as soon as he gets it, catches two, and he's going to clean that up with a pin on Yukio. Unbelievable. Just the hyper aggression coming out from Louis, creating opportunities, making space for the rest of his team. Maybe the fastest hammer I've seen in this season of the CGL. So coming back in here, the one thing I will say about Pink Sox is they don't waste any time picking this fight up a second time. They're going to go straight to point, start engaging, get this fight underway, waste as little time as possible. Yeah, Bougie Stats picks up the kill on Adult Jurors, trying to get around on the flank. Adult Jurors 80% to that to the Deadeye. 97 for Brown Muffin. So they're going to have Earth Shatter for the defense. Hello, my name's sitting on Dragon Strike. I'm trying to remember the formal names. Non-credit, only 75% to Graviton Surge. So not a whole lot of time being wasted there. Huge pick. Hello, my name, getting the headshot, drops non-credit. So they're going to be forced to just back off and regroup. Yep. Wasting more time. The clock keeps ticking. While that clock ticks away, you see Void has Trance, and Sneaky Test does have Sound Barrier in their back pocket. So both defensive ultimates online coming in here for Prometheus. I would look to really see one of them. Yep, there's the Trance for the Grav. Grav Dragons does do enough damage if there's any follow-up to burn down through the Trance. They do pick up the kill on Lue. Shatter catches Sneaky Test, but it catches, I don't know, his baby toe, and he falls down behind the back corner there. So no one able to in position to follow up. Ton of ults online right now for Prometheus. Graviton Surge comes out from the backline. Rally gets popped for from My Name is Juice. Tries to keep everyone topped off. Adult Jur is caught out of position and does get punished for it from the Storm Arrow. Kills starting to go the way of Pink Sox here as they pick up Void with yet another headshot from Bougie Stats. Incredible. Another Storm Arrow headshot for Hello My Name. Picks up Sneaky Tesp. And you see the clock ticking down. 95%. Prometheus is going to have to go. You see Adult Jurs in the backline. Gets the Deadeye on Caspique. Hello My Name has Dragon Strike come online for him right as he dies. And it looks like Prometheus is going to take this fight here. Yep. So they're going to go ahead and flip the point over red for him. Completely push back Pink Sox, force them to regroup. I was really focused on Adult Jurs there. I don't know what you saw Fallen. What kind of happened to the back line?
Honestly, I was also paying more attention into the front and like the bulk of the fights going on.
I mean, it's where the juicy action is, am I right?
Yeah.
So Pink Sox comes back in here. Huge grab from Caspique. Catches 3.
Yeah.
Trance and Sound Barrier. They just want to make sure everyone's staying alive here. They're going to go ahead and pop Rally there from Her Name's Juice. Try and keep everyone topped up. Grav comes out from non-credit on the backline, but not a whole lot of follow-up there as most of the team is dead, actually. A little Battle Mercy action from Yukio. He's going to secure the point. It looks like Pink Sox is on the board. They're not taking that first L from Rialto lightly, I'll tell you that.
But yeah, as I was saying, it's clearly the idea of, the Pink Sox were like, okay, we're one game down or one map down. Let's get the better of us. Let's go back in and score this next map. And then yeah, they clearly came out and done exactly that.
Yep, absolutely. So this is definitely going to be a long and hard fought series. So we're gonna go ahead and check in. The next map is Hollywood. You see it up on the intermission screen there. Fallen and I are going to check in with the captain, see if there's any changes, any swaps, any updates or fixes that need to be made. I'm going to go ahead and get all the maps swapped over, and we'll be right back with Hollywood. All right. Welcome back. So, next map on the docket, Hollywood. Pink Sox taking Oasis in, I won't say it was pretty, but in the words of the immortal Vin Diesel, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Am I right? So, Pink Sox takes Oasis 2-1 to even the score to 1-1 here for the series. Next map on the docket, Hollywood. And Pink Sox is going to get an opportunity to take it to them. Step one, they come out of the gate firing with attack first time around. So we do swap here in the console gaming league. We do swap attack and defense from one map to the next. We know sometimes you want to play, if you're defense first, you may not want to play a specific comp, and have that comp used against you when you when you turn around to attack. So there is definitely a little bit of a chess match played in that regard. So. Hollywood's got to be one of my favorite maps. I really enjoy it. Streets phase, if played properly, can be really quite devastating. So, Fallen, I kind of want to know what your thoughts are, man. How do you like this map? Is there anything you don't like about it? Talk to me, brother.
See, when it comes to Hollywood, as well as any other map, the things I dislike, I'm not going to say hate, because hate is such a strong word. The things I dislike about is when teams run, especially like in the level of play that I do when I do competitive, like gold tier and platinum tier, they're really cheesy comps, like a Bastion, a Symmetra, and a May, and those kind of things. But I prefer people to win games like this off of raw skill.
See, I just prefer to win, man. If you can't beat my Bastion pirate ship, you don't deserve the dub. Come at me.
Like Bastion pirate ship's okay, but when you have like all different types of like turrets and other things, just to like the annoying characters, the things that slow you down, slowly chip away at you. That's what I dislike.
Well, you're in luck. You're going to get to see all three of them. You see the Torb, Bastion, and Sim currently slated for coming out for Pink Sox. I don't know if we'll see all three of those, but oh man, I really hope we do. The defense is going to try and hold.
I feel like that's just the.
Yeah, I was going to say the defense is going to try and hold a little more traditional 2-2-2. Louis is going to run the Reinhardt for him. I don't know why you'd take him off and have him do anything else. Guri the King's playing Junkrat. I think this is the first time we've seen Junkrat played for either team. Pudu on the Soldiers. They're going to have hit scan. They're going to immediately just charge right through the gate. Gets the res on Caspique. He's caught out of position. Picks him up. Goes down yet again. They're down 2 right now into a weak hold, so 6v4, and it looks like they're going to be cleaned out right here. Yukio tries to get out and nowhere to run. So big pick.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think Pink Sox ran that comp just to smite me, because you see now they've all changed, and they're like, oh, our commentator doesn't like these heroes, let's run these heroes just to wind him up.
No, man, I think it was the right call, and I really liked what they were trying to do. Unfortunately, Caspique got caught out of the barrier, and going back for the res, I think, was the wrong call. They should have just continued charging forward. Louis, with that shatter already yet again, is going to go ahead and pick up a kill. Yeah, so you see, they are actually going to be able to push in here. A couple big kills. Guri the King did pop Riptire, but wasn't able to secure any kills with it, and Pink Sox took the point on the back of it. And it looks like they are. So Prometheus is just going to go and back up. They're going to take short spawn for their whole team and try and set up shop here in Streets phase. I think it's the right call. You see Nano Boost already online for Void here in the back, and Pudu does have Visor. I'd really expect to see Pudu take up a position on the high ground here, but it looks like he's going to just hang out in Streets behind his Reinhardt. Not saying that's the wrong thing to do, but it's not what I would do. All right, couple of pins going in here. Fight breaking out in the backline. Louis, again with the aggression, but this time it's just not... It doesn't work out for him. Kills going both ways. Bushi Stats goes down to the Lucio. Getting some DSP stanky up in here. Picking up kills. Bushi Stats does have walls. Going to go ahead and pop in for sight here in just a second. Yep, there it is. So just to try and help clean up this kill on non-credit. Non-credit gets out with just a sliver of life. Grabs the health pack. Tops back up. Caspique goes down and is immediately rezzed, but The Reinhardt Rammer, Reinhardt Hammer prevents the res from going off, and it looks like that's going to be enough to stop this. No, let me eat my words real quick. It looks like Pink Sox is going to stabilize without their mercy. Void doing what he can. Nope, totally lied to you all. Prometheus stabilized. Void lost that fight. Whoo, buddy.
Can I just take a second to admire the Reinhardt Rammer? Because that's going to stick.
Oh, please don't let it. Oh, please don't let it. Grav comes out from Kaspeak, catches his opposite in non-credit out of position, secures that kill. You see Poodoo up on the high ground, pops the visor. Can't quite find a target for it, though, unfortunately. Bouncing around all over the place, hops down off the high ground. Just trying to make it out with his life here, putting damage into Yukio. But Yukio doing a phenomenal job of just staying out of that critical threat range. Shatter happens off screen, doesn't catch anybody. Big pin from Louis, drops Brown Muffin in the back. And the fight breaks out away from the payload at this point. You see Yukio, yep, backs up to it, starts to push it along just a little bit more. Oh, Bougie Stats tries to secure the kill. Sneaky TSP gets a little bit of help from Hello My Name to go and wrap it up. An aggressive pin in. Secures the kill on non-credit. Little tracer on tracer action right here. Both rewinds down. Just meleeing into the air. Picks up the kill on Guri the King. Yeah. Bougie Stats taking names right now just to try and push this thing forward. Frag out, brother. Sitting on Pulse Grenade. See where he ends up sticking this. Yep. Lands the stick on the Zarya, but she had personal and was able to get away from it. So, couple of things coming into the final. Poodoo swapped off the Soldier, picks up Genji, and then you see Guri the King on Tracer. 98% to Pulse Grenade on the backside. Non-credit also has Sound Barrier, Graviton Surge. So, Pulse Grenade doesn't do as much damage as it used to, but you pair it with a Grav, and it'll still just wipe people off this planet. Now, Louis has Shatter, so I'd look to see him get uncharacteristically drop Shatter in the face of Brown Muffin's shield. Doesn't get anybody with it. Gets the nano, starts swinging, tries to pick up a couple of kills. With the assist from Void, lands the kill on Yukio. 360 spin, drops Hot Name's Juice with a crazy pen. It looks like Kaspeak suicides on his own alternate fire. Prometheus is going to stabilize here on point 3 before they pick up the kill on Brown Muffin. 2 minutes on the clock, plenty of time for Pink Sox to come back in here. They've got Blade, they've got Nano. They got Blade and Grav. Blade comes out from Poodoo in the backline. Starts swinging away, doesn't secure any kills, but sometimes you don't need to. Big Grav catches 4 in it. No one there to follow up on it. They've already burned Blade and Pulse Grenades. There may have been just a bit of a miscommunication coming out there from Prometheus. Uncharacteristic. Crazy Shatter from Lue picks up 2, but the Bubble of Justice from Kaspeak keeps Brown Muffin alive. Kills going both ways here. Both teams trading 5v5 on the point here coming into point 3. Minute and a half on the clock. Big Reds brings Bougie Stats back into the fight here, picking Pink Sox back up to full power. The fight breaking out on point. And you see Brown Muffin does have Shatter in his back pocket. So I'd look to see that Shatter just close this game out. Big shield prevents the sleep dart from Void. And it looks like they're not even going to need Shatter. Pink Sox, man, looking like a totally different team from what we saw in Rialto. I don't know what sort of intermission pep talk they got from Yukio, their captain, but you know, it's working.
I think they were just treating Rialto as a warm-up game, to be honest. It was like, we'll see what Prometheus has. We'll just, go like kind of like 70% or something like that of their maximum potential, and just like to test the waters kind of thing. And now they're like, yeah, we're done testing the waters. We're just going to come away and just show you what we've got, and then hopefully win it, kind of thing.
I mean, it's working, man. So coming
Yeah.
in here, they finish the map, get all the way through 3 points, 51 seconds on the clock, um, and it's kind of interesting. So you saw we got to see Prometheus's defense first time round. So Pink Sox is going to come in here and it looks like they're going to set up with pretty traditional bunker strat. So Yukio on the Mercy yet again, Hello My Name on the Junkrat. Bougie Stat's going to start out on Bastion and then Speak running the Orisa for him. So double barrier because you got Brown Muffin on Reinhardt and Names Juice running the Ana for him. So ton of healing, ton of barriers, and a ton of damage. The one thing they don't have is mobility. They really are going to be lacking in the mobility. So coming in here, they're going to run a little bit of a modified goats from Prometheus with some dive champs in the Lucio. So if they can just outmaneuver this bunker, I think they take this pretty handedly. Yep. So you saw Sneaky Test does get through the choke. He's over here in the back. He's actually going to scout it out a little bit for him. No, it wasn't even Sneaky Test. It was Void, literally the slowest champion ever. He's gonna get through there.
They were both over the back there.
Yep. See,
or did one of them run up to recover?
I was just gonna say this is huge. So they scout the comp, they realize what they're working with, and they start to swap their entire comp up, and they're gonna go just full dive, hard engage, outmaneuver, and take the fight to them. I think this is the right pick. I love this idea. Louis in the backline played an incredible Winston on Oasis. So they're going to wait for their cooldowns to come back, wait out the Junkrat, and there they go. Big anti-grenade lands on everyone up top. Unfortunately, D.Va just takes the Bastion damage to the face and gets dropped pretty quickly. Kills starting to go both ways. You see Guri the King in the backline there just cleaning up. And it looks like this may be enough. Yeah. Hello, My Name's not going to be able to get out of there. It does have the rip tire, which could have been critical.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember the last time I saw a dive comp break a bunker so quickly.
Textbook, man. So that whole strat operates on Void landing that anti-nade, and as soon as he landed on the ceiling, Lue and non-credit just hard engaged on the squishy targets, and then they allowed Guri the King to come in with the broom and just clean it up. So textbook, if you're looking for an example on how to execute a dive, you just saw it. Be sure to take notes. Now, that said, looks like Pink Sox is going to rebound nicely. They pick up 2 kills. Bougie Stats popping off in the back. Kills Lue and picks up the kill on, I believe it was Sneaky Test. So they're going to stabilize nicely here around the first point. It might as well be 4 minutes. But, and they're going to come back in here. So Louis taking up an aggressive first position here. Pops Primal Rage just to try and continue to harass the Widowmaker on the high ground. Just continues to just aggress Bougie Stats. Gets a little bit of help from the Mercy, but it's not going to be enough. Another critical anti-grenade coming in from Void is just going to prevent any healing coming in from Brown Muffin. And the fight happening an incredible distance away from the payload. There's still pretty good amount of time to go. Yeah, so you see the Nano Boost comes out on Louis. Nano Boost from Name's Juice gets dropped on Brown. So Nano and Nano Crime inside the jail cell over here. Self-destruct comes out, doesn't pick up any kills. Yukio with the res is going to go ahead and bring Name's Juice back into the fight. And it looks like Pink Sox is going to hold here. bit of a. I wonder if that was a bit of a miscommunication from. Oh goodness, from Caspique. The grav came out on the back line, but the rest of the team had already committed to the engagement inside the sheriff's office. So either way, came out on top there. Wasted a couple of ults, but overkill's underrated. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. You know, if you're gonna kill the enemy, you might as well do it properly.
It's about sending a message.
Yeah.
So swaps to Doomfist. Hello, my
Yeah.
name's gonna slide over, pick up the Doomfist for him. Try and run a bit of a counter dive, but it's an interesting pick with an Ana on support. He's really gonna struggle to get those heals. Louis picks up 2 kills, drops both supports for Pink Sox. Pulse Grenade comes out, doesn't pick up anyone. Louis again finishing off Brown Muffin, while the Pink Sox just start to trickle back onto the point. Couple of changes here. Hanem's Juice slides off the Ana and picks up Brig, just to try and counter the Genji Tracer. I like that pick. I think it should have come out a little bit earlier, but you know, what are you gonna do? So the fight continuing to come out. Pudu with. Did they secure that point? Yeah, they did. So Pudu with the Blade's going to pick up 3. Hello, my name does drop Meteor Strike and get 1 kill, but it doesn't matter. Payload continued moving forward. Payload got point 2. Doors open and on they roll. Coming in, point 3 Hollywood. 2.5 minutes on the clock. More than enough time for Prometheus to push this thing the last couple of meters up the hill here. Interesting comp swaps coming out from Pink Sox. Bougie Stat's going to go ahead and pick up Genji for him right as Pudu switches off Genji and over to McCree. So incidentally kind of gets countered a little bit. You see Guri the King in the back line there on the Tracer, just trying to be as much of a hassle as possible. Nano Boost comes out on Louis. Louis just swinging away, picks up a couple of kills. Hammer comes out from Brown Muffin, catches 2 on the ground, but not able to secure those kills himself. Louis again just pushing up, forcing Pink Sox on the back foot, and they're going to have to fall back all the way into the courtyard here. Oof. Minute and a half left to go, and you see a whole bunch of swaps coming in from Pink Sox. You see the Moira, you see the McCree. Kills coming out both ways. Guri the King and Bougie Stats both go down. Fight breaking out all over the place. You got Pudu and Hanem's Juice dueling on the high ground on the right side, and then fight right on top of the payload itself. Sound barrier from Sneaky Test is going to keep the fight alive. Huge blade coming out from Bougie Stats here. Yeah, Louis does get the nano boost, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. So they're gonna back off. They're gonna regroup. 45 seconds, plenty of time to do that. Try and get their the rest of their team. Anna coming back from spawn. Void just a little ways away. Pulse Grenade in their pocket, and they're about to have Graviton Surge come online. If they play their cards right, they could seal the deal here pretty decisively. Nope. Pulse Grenade came out early. Doesn't pair it with the Grav. Deadeye from the high ground. Hello, my name picks up 2. Big. Yeah. Void and Pudu left on point. Pudu pops the Deadeye, but using the card as a shield. Hello, my name does get out with his life. Sneaky Test, excuse me, with a critical stall coming out here, goes over the RV, comes in on the back line, avoids the Graviton Surge, just trying to keep the dream alive here. Yep, forced out of position by the blade and does fall. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's Pink Sox win. Just 2-1 now.
Storming back with a vengeance. This was impressive. Uh,
Mm.
hold right trigger, profit. So well played, nice bounce back from uh, a really nice bounce back from the Pink Sox. They're going to actually from being down 1-0, they're going to storm back and take a lead in the series for the first time, and go up 2-1 on them. Next map's going to be Lijiang Tower, another control point map. Both of these teams were really well matched on the on Oasis the first time around, so I'm interested to see how this goes. Um, what are your thoughts here with Lijiang Fallen? How do you feel about these two teams matched up?
See, I'm going to compare what I predict Lee Zhang's going to be like. Very much similar to how Oasis went, but just in the reverse. So, as we saw, Prometheus won map one, then going into Oasis, the Pink Sox turned it around, won Oasis, and won Hollywood, as we just saw. However, I don't know why, but I have this gut feeling that Prometheus are gonna turn the tide and make the score go 2-2 in Lijiang Tower, making us go to the fifth map for this, and that'll be the decider map. But I could be wrong. For some reason, that's the kind of like feeling I have what's going to happen, because 9 times out of 10, the control point maps are normally where things either turn around either in favour of the losing team. So that's what I'm predicting. But as everyone knows, with any sport, especially esports, it all matters about how it comes down to on the day. Like on the day, in the exact moment, that's when it matters. So my prediction may be right. It may be completely wrong. As I've not got any like physical facts to tell me that, oh yeah, this is what's going to happen straight off the bat. It's all about what happens in the point-to-point moments and how the teams react to it, which is going to be the deciding thing.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's really going to come down to their ult management. I think there were a couple of opportunities in both of these games. That said, um, I think both of these teams are playing incredibly well, and it's going to come down to which team makes a mistake, because they're both playing incredibly tight Overwatch at this point. The the hero swaps are on point. I think Pink Sox and Prometheus especially on point one Hollywood. They're putting on a clinic on just why it's so important to to have your comp sorted and under control going in. And they didn't even try that first engagement. You know, they popped out, saw what was going on, and were like, nope, not for us. We need to go grab our other comp. So I think that was the right call. Um, Never stop believing. Yeah, we appreciate you guys in chat. Nerf the Bastion. You know, it's interesting because we talked a lot about Bastion in the pregame, but it really ended up being a non factor for these two teams. But yeah, I think it shows why it's important to have a lot of flexibility in your players. You know, one tricks can climb the ladder, but uh, in organized competitive play like this, it really matters to have a little bit of flexibility and synergy and communication. But excited to see these two teams. We're going to take just a quick break, checking with the captains. Looks like we may have a couple of swaps coming in for Prometheus, and we'll be right back with you. Alrighty, so it looks like we got the all clear. Everything's good to go from both teams. We're going to go and load it up, try and get this thing underway. Next map, Lijiang Tower. PNK Sox took the first control point map. They came out on Oasis 2-1 to claw their way back into this game. Now, we do play best of 5 series, so this is a winner-go-home situation for Prometheus. They need to strap in here. Now, I believe the dream, guys. It's anyone's game. I think this is indicative. One of my favorite sayings. One of my favorite sayings actually comes from a baseball movie, but I think it's applicable here. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains. You know, anything can happen. I think this is anyone's game. Prometheus dominated and looked incredibly strong on Rialto, and then comes out and just gets shown the door on Hollywood like that. So it's great games, great matchups here. No swaps. Gurry the King disconnected in the lobby, so we got him back in here and got it going. If these lineups hold,
can I quickly point out that you haven't put adult onto spectating any particular team? It's currently spectating all.
Got it. Okay. Good save, brother. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Look out for each other.
Yep. So it's all right. No swaps coming in here. You see a traditional 2-2-2 coming out from Prometheus. They're going to keep Lue on that Winston that he ran so effectively. And they're going to run full dive. Gurry the King, Poodoo, Doomfist, Tracer, respectively. Oh no. Caspique in some hot water here. Yep. Not going to be able to get out of there. Kind of boops himself. Damage coming out. Sneaky Test popping off. Have yourself a day, brother. Gets the triple kill. Rest of the team finishes up the others. Gets the team kill, take point 1 pretty quickly. Now, we saw this happen on Oasis. Prometheus took the first point on, I think it was Library or University, pretty quickly, and then PNK Sox really struggled to get a foothold and get back in the game. After that first point, they came back strong, soldiered on, and took the map. I wonder if we're going to see a repeat, or if Prometheus has learned from their lessons and they're going to dig in their heels and take this dub. Damage coming out from all sides. Hello, my name. Gets deep, takes the kill on Void while the rest of his team get kind of picked off. 2 kills go the way of Prometheus here. Doomfist doesn't get anyone in the Meteor Strike, but zones them out. And Prometheus is able to clean that up. No swaps coming in from PNK Sox here. I say as we get a swap, Bougie Stats slides off of, I believe it was Tracer, and picks up McCree this time around. No ults online yet for the PNK Sox. They got 4 in their pocket for Prometheus. Sound Barrier, Transcendence, Self-Destruct, which is coming out right now. Doesn't get anybody. Brown Muffin does a phenomenal job getting that barrier in front of it. And Poodoo's sitting on Pulse Grenade in the back. Pulse Grenade comes out, doesn't get anybody. Barrier being burned down from Brown Muffin. Incredible pen, picks up the kill on Gurry the King. Can't Transcendence through that. Kills going the way of PNK Sox here. Gets a huge hook on Poodoo. Whole Hog coming out in the back line here. Caspique gets out with his life after popping that Whole Hog. And Prometheus not going silently into this good night. Keeps a toe on point. Continues to contest and claws their way back from what looked like a 1 fight. Oh my goodness.
I'm just amazed at how they managed to hold on to that.
Well,
I thought the point would have flipped over.
By all accounts, it should have. There's no reason that that Prometheus holds on to that point, but they did a phenomenal job of managing their staggers, making sure that there was always somebody on that point. And then you had, oh goodness, a Void on the Zenyatta, just sitting out away from the point, just as far away as possible, putting those Discord orbs on the giant juicy targets and just funneling damage downrange. If you're going to leave Zenyatta alone to just hold down right trigger and annihilate you, he's going to make you pay for it. So I almost wonder if Pink Sox tunnel visioned on the point, focused on taking the actual king of the hill, and forgot to focus targets. But both teams go high ground here. A couple of swaps. You see the May coming out for Prometheus here from Poodoo, and the Bougie Stats going to play Genji this time around. So couple of hard counters. Poodoo does go down on the Brigitte. Excuse me, it's Guri the King is going to play May for him. And Pink Sox, kill feed turning red, is going to take first point this time around. So we may have a repeat on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen.
Repeats are boring. It's the same over again. We want something new and exciting.
Repeats can be exciting, man.
Yeah.
Riptire comes out in the back, picks up the kill on Guri the King. You see Blade is available for Bougie Stats. No ults to speak of for the defense outside of Coalescence from Void. Lue, yep, he's going to have Earth Shatter come online here momentarily. So a couple of things in the pocket there. They do get non-credit with the Graviton Surge. Yep, ults coming out all over the place. An absolutely massive sound barrier from Sneaky TSP. Going to try and keep his team alive to push their way through. Rally comes out on the backside from Hanem's Juice, trying to keep everyone topped off with just a little bit of extra survivability. And looks like it's going to be too little too late. Hanem's Juice does go down to a hyper-aggressive Zarya. Picks up that kill. Ooh, Bougie Stats pops Blade, but not before Poodoo can pull out the Deadeye, put him in the dirt, call it a day. Blizzard comes out from Guri the King, picks up the kill on Brown Muffin, and it looks like Prometheus is going to stabilize on the point, get the team kill, and keep the dream alive. 30% away for Prometheus, 60% on the clock for Pink Sox. It's anyone's game at this point. What are you feeling, Fallen? What are you looking at, brother?
I just feel like we've had this whole...
Oh, that's a massive double kill right there.
As a whole... Hello, my name is just popping off right now, so I feel like I should... more that than what I was going to say, but yeah.
Give him the credit, man. Give him the credit.
I just feel, yeah, you know, he just popped off and got a 4-man kill, which is amazing. Like, oh yeah, some people say Junk, because he's a projectile grenade kind of hero, it doesn't take much skill, but to get a 2-man Riptire, a concussion mine kill, and then a regular kill, it takes some real good like precision in where you're aiming your projectiles and stuff like that, which is good. I'm just going to shush and let you talk and describe what just happened, because I have no idea what happened there.
Yeah, so,
so intense.
critical Graviton coming out from non-credit catches both tanks for Pink Sox out of position, and Yukio is doing everything in her power to keep them topped off, funneling the healing mist, throwing the heal orb, no dice. On top of that, Poodoo got the flank to put a toe on point. So coming back in here, pop Coalescence, Yukio, try and keep everyone topped up. Lue drops the hammer, does use the Earth Shatter, but doesn't secure any kills for him. You see Poodoo on the high ground there with 63% to ult. Drops down, lands a flashbang, secures the kill on Hanem's Juice. Dragon's going through the grav, and it does pick up 2 kills. Non-credit and Sneaky TSP do go down. Lue still alive here, doing whatever he can on the payload. On the point. 95%. Caspique puts a body on, pushes it to 99. That's what you want to see. And it is just an all-out brawl on the point right now. Both teams just swinging away. Kills going the way of Pink Sox as we're looking here. Poodoo swaps over from McCree to Tracer. Oh, I don't know if he just lost track of the time or the percentage, but fails to touch point there. So 1-1. This is backs against the wall time for Prometheus. They drop final point here. Uh, this is all she wrote. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to pull something out of something out here to bring this one back from the brink.
Yeah, this whole game, it's just been intense so far. Like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. That's how
Well, dude, I'm telling you,
amazing
man, we're getting a
the
repeat
level
of
of focus in
Oasis,
this team.
beat by beat. Prometheus came out, took point
Yeah,
one pretty decisively. Point two heavily contested, and it looks like Pink Sox has figured out their comp. So Bougie Stats is going to play Hanzo for him this time around, try and get some crispy headshots to secure this kill. And it looks like Pink Sox take the opportunity that Prometheus is going to give them, and they rotate around to fight on point. So they're going to set up shop here and do what they can to try and get as much percentage as possible early in this game. As soon as the point unlocks, Lue and Sneaky Test do hard engage, try and break this up just a little bit. Don't secure any kills, but do a pretty good job of breaking up the bunker. Lue does go down in the backline of Bougie Stats. 5v4, excuse me, 6v. You know what? The kills are going the way of Pink Sox at this point. Voodoo secures the kill and hello my name, but this is a Pink Sox point, if I do say. Yeah. So few key things to point to here. Hello, my name. 80% to Rip Tire. Bougie Stats 75 to that Dragon Strike. So 98, 99. Rip Tire is coming online right now. So wouldn't be surprised to see him pull that out on this next engagement. I say as he goes down, Guri the King with an absolutely incredible pick. That could be critical for this next engagement. Coming in, they have Transcendence of their own coming online momentarily, 90% to self-destruct. Coalescence comes out from Yukio in the backline. There's the Rip Tire we were looking for. Dragon Strike, Rip Tire, Coalescence. This point is Pink Sox. Good luck taking it from 3 ultimates. That said, they unfortunately do invest Transcendence from Prometheus, so they're not going to have it for this next fight, but they're going to have self-destruct. Self-destruct, Pulse Bomb, and Lue is going to have Primal Rage. Guri the King does swap off and picks up the Pharah. Bougie the Stats getting a little aggressive here, tries to take a duel with, takes a duel with Sneaky TSP. Sneaky TSP does get Sound Barrier, comes online for him here momentarily as he was taking that duel. So a couple of ults in the bank for both teams. 85% away for Pink Sox. So Prometheus is going to have to make a move here soon. Sound Barrier comes out from My Name's Juice, gives the entire Pink Sox team a huge health boost. 95% away. Someone's got to touch point, and it's going to be the D.Va. D.Va gets on point. Doesn't use self-destruct. Questionable. May not have had
he
it.
doesn't have self-destruct.
Transcendence comes out from Void in the backline just to try and give his team a fighting chance. Brawl devolving all over point. Huge barrage from Guri the King. Picks up 2, but not enough to see this go his team's way. And that's going to be it.
Done. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, incredible win coming out from from Pink Sox, joining the league late, starting with an 0-3 record because of it. They don't let that get them down though. They storm back, they buckle down, they right the ship, and go undefeated in the regular season, and they are just the giant killers for this champion tier. Coming in hot, taking names, not taking any prisoners, and just putting on a clinic. I don't know what else to say. I don't know if you had any thoughts, man. What were your kind of takeaways? What are your feelings about the match we just saw in Lijiang?
I mean, as like my pre-map predictions went, I was completely wrong. But that also goes to show that, as I was also saying, it doesn't matter what any like analyst or anyone like that tells you what's going to happen or what they predict an Overwatch game's going to happen. It's all about what happens in that moment to moment time, and that's the main thing. We saw basically a reflection of what happened on Oasis. Prometheus capping the first round, and then after that, the Pink Sox just snap and they are just awaken that fury inside them. Cap second point. It was very well contested, but they managed to scrape through to get that second point. And once they've got that second round and they're 1-1, they come back and then they just go bang, done. We're winning round, we're winning the third round, and we're going to take this whole map. And yeah, with that attitude and that mindset, they went and took the win. So now they proceed to the finals, I believe.
Yep, you're gonna walk away with the dub. They're gonna go ahead and play in the finals. I believe they play. Let me just double check really fast. Bear with me, team. I believe they play Buffalo Banditos for the finals. So that's going to be an incredible rematch. Buffalo Banditos went undefeated in the season until Pink Sox joined the league. Pink Sox handed them their only loss of the regular season. So I'm sure Banditos are coming out for blood. They're not too happy about having their perfect season ruined. And Pink Sox got something to prove. So excited to see it go down. Um, that said, one of the things I always like to do on these streams, following, is I like to give out the Swift star, the Swift MVP of the match. I know who I've got in the back of my mind. Do you have an MVP or someone you'd give the Fallen star to?
That's a new one. Yeah, the I am a main tank player myself, so anytime I see main tank players, I always look at them and you know pay attention to what they do. So either I can learn from them, or if I know there's something what I would have done differently, I could assess that and have that kind of that learning experience, so to speak.
Hmm.
From what I saw today, Brown Muffin, his tank play was very good. Like, he helped his team in the crucial moments when it was needed, and helped them have that win. So
So
yeah, my
I can't agree more,
fallen
man.
star would go to Brown Muffin.
I think these games were won and lost on the backs of their take play. I was gonna give mine to, well, I always got to give my shout out to my other supports. I feel like they don't get a whole lot of love in in this camp. So real quick, I gotta give a shout out to Void. I think he played an incredible Ana through Hollywood and through Oasis. And then on Li Jiang, even though the chips didn't fall their way, I think his Zenyatta play was pivotal in that first point capture uh, for Prometheus. So so I gotta give him a shout out, but I really believe that Lue enabled his team on some of those early maps, and especially
Yeah,
on Rialto. Playing that hyper aggression really paid off, but tip of the cap to Pink Sox. Once they learned to adjust to it and play to it, they punished it. So I'm gonna give Lue my Swift star, but I think there's some opportunity there. So I'm excited, man. This is going to be an incredible postseason run. I know we got a couple of games. I think this is the last game for tonight, but there's a couple of matches on the calendar for tomorrow. I believe. Are you streaming any of those games tomorrow,
hmm
Fallen?
I'm not doing any tomorrow because it's the majority of the CGL is doing the charity live stream, which I'm doing that early in the morning.
Yo,
I've
shout
been doing a
out,
couple
dude.
couple of hours streaming.
Yeah. When
So
it
yeah,
what
feel free to come
what
watch.
hours are you doing, man?
I believe I'm doing. Let me just get the message. Confirm. I start at 10 a.m. Eastern and do until midday is the main bulk, but I'll probably be streaming throughout the whole entire day anyway.
10
Just
a.m. Eastern.
streaming plays of yeah 10 a.m. Eastern until midday Eastern.
Right on, man. I will
And
have the so just to speaking of which, I'll have the unless otherwise told, I'll actually be streaming on the main CGL channel for the
mm,
charity from 8 a.m. Eastern to 11 a.m. Eastern. So, dude, we'll have to sync up at 10 a.m. we'll play some
Yeah.
games, get some Overwatch, maybe some Call of Duty, a couple of other games. Because the CGL, now that we've merged with a couple of other communities, we support more than just Overwatch. So if you're just joining us on stream or you're new to the community, please check us out. Our website, our Discord links are all down below. Check us out, join in, ask questions. If you've got a Twitch Prime sub, if you've got Amazon Prime, please throw it our way. Everyone in the community is volunteer, and every little bit helps support. So we really do appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for bringing it up, Fallen. Please stop by tomorrow on Saturday, November 3rd, anytime throughout the day on this main channel. We're either going to be streaming right here or hosting our counterparts who are doing the live channel. Right now, we are, I think, 10th place in money raised for our sector. So we're pretty excited about that, and we're hoping to just absolutely eclipse that amount tomorrow. So stop by, drop us a follow, donate whatever you've got. We really appreciate it, and it's all for a good cause. So
Hmm.
awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. I've been your host, Swift63. Joining me tonight's Fallen, the great EU commentator, helping us out on the EU side. We appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around, and until next time, keep grinding.